not like to cooperate. But today, gonna work on the Losi xxxnt. Gonna wire it and fire it today. That's the goal. Wait for a few people to show up. I'm sorry I had to restart this thing. I didn't want to do a vertical. It wouldn't let me do it any other way. So I had to restart. So let's get set up here and get ready to rock and roll. All right, cool. So today we're going to try to wire this up and try to get a good run on it and get the final assembly done on this. This is a Losi xxxnt. It's not an Adam Drake. It's just a regular RTR, but it is got a lot of the Adam Drake parts on it. A lot of graphite on it. It's pretty nice. First thing I want to do is I'm going to start off. Let's get this engine out of it. If I can get the engine out, it would be a lot easier to work on because I got to run wiring along the side. Let's get a good look at it. JP, my friend, how are you? Dealing with some snow today myself. But let's get this thing wired up. See if I can get a little bit better view on it for everybody. There we go. I like that. Hey, Corey, what's going on, brother? Yeah, it's going to be an odd time. I actually got the day off. I took the day off. Going to go do some stuff with the kid later, so I figured let's do a live. I haven't did one this weekend because, oh, you're sick, brother? Oh, that sucks. I took the day off to spend some time with the kid because they don't have school today. But we're going to go do lunch, but it's not time yet, so figure I'd do a live. I didn't get to do one on Saturday because I went racing, and the race started early, so I had to miss it. I did video it, though, so I'll be putting something up later this week. Maybe today. I don't know. We'll see how... minus 46? Brother, that's... Why do you live like that? So many other places to live. I mean, I think it's like 15 here, and I've about had it. I'm not feeling it. I went out and ran the snowblower for a few minutes. One of the engineers at work gave you the cold, man. Well, you need to give him a black eye. At work, they give us, we get 5 sick days a year. If I'm sick, I stay home. I don't like spreading it around. But by the end of the year, I will also use that 5 because, you know, if it's Friday and it's sunny, you know, I may use it then too. All right. Cool. One of the engineers. All right, cool. And then extra parts. Got a Traxxas C-clip just kind of chilling in there. All right, let's get this out of the way. Get that out of the way. Might have to find a piece of fuel line because I don't have one to go to the carb. All right, cool. So I think I'm going to start with the steering servo. The servos I wanted to try out. The fuel tank looks pretty good. I ran a whole tank through it, didn't have any problems. But, I mean, mind you, I did not actually drive it. It was just basically an idle and a free rev kind of deal. But I think the tank is fine. If not, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's see, do a little clean off here. Just a little... It's amazing how much dirt these things actually will still collect even though they're not moving. All right. The old servo, it was a JR Racing. I don't know if it works, but I'm going to hang on to it. Why not? The ones I want to try, we're going to try a new servo. This is the ProTech RC Digital Speed Servo, part number PTK100SS. These things look pretty good. Metal case. They have a plastic top. These are like a... middle of the road servo. They're like $50. They're not terrible. Like I said, it's a ProTech. It's probably made in Korea. It's made for 1/10 off-road. So, I mean, this should be a pretty good one. I didn't want to spend a fortune, but I wanted something decent. For the amount of use that this is going to get, I don't think... did I open one of these? I guess I didn't. For the amount of use that this thing's actually going to see, I didn't see a point in spending big money on a fancy servo, but I didn't want junk either. I want to build this once and enjoy it. So, let's take a look at this. Alright. Comes with your basic screws to mount it. One for the inside. But yeah, this is a pretty nice looking servo. I like the blue anodizing on it. This would be nice for like a team associated that has the blue anodizing. This is a really good looking servo. So I want to set this up for the steering. I got to see what side this goes. So let me take a look at my other XXX. Alright, so it goes to the right. So we're going to have to... That's good. Wire comes out on the correct side. We're not going to have any problems. The blue Musi ones, they're great. Alright, cool. I just wanted to try something different. I usually like to run Spectrum. But, you know, something different's always good. Let's get these mounts off. I think these things are... still metric. Yep, they are. So, minus 25. Shit. I mean, I don't mind the cold weather. I work in a refrigerated building, and I work outside when I'm not in the refrigerated building, so I don't really complain too much about cold weather, but honestly, I'm over it. I don't want to do it anymore. I got a couple more years and I can bolt. I have like 30 of them. JP, that's enough. We got enough of them. If you like them, they must be pretty good, because if you bought 30 of them, they weren't garbage. But yeah, I wanted to try something different. I mean, $50, you can buy the cheaper servos, but what's going on, Harold? You woke up at 8:06. I was up earlier than that. You know, I'm a light sleeper. The wife had work, so... You know, when she's up, I'm up. Alright. I like these mounts, but very simple. All they are is just little tabs they sit in there. Kind of makes you think if it would hold if you actually had a good hit on them, you know? Gonna have to plug it in real quick and center it, because I don't want to have to do that twice. Better than blowing the servo? Thanks, Harold. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. I like this one. I have that other black one yet that's going to be even more wild, but I like the way this one looks. I'm going to go a total different direction with the next one. And I'm going to make more of a street truck out of that one, I think. This one's going to be more of a... Just, this is how I figured... This is how I would have built it back then if I was racing it back then. You know what I mean? Like, I went with the... I kept the Panther tires on the front. The ribs just look old school, and they look so cool. And these are actually Team Losi. These are just old stock. These things are like brand new. I got them at that swap meet I picked up. So, I mean, that was just convenient, you know? A servo tester? Yeah, you're right. I probably should. But I got the battery pack here. I got everything I need. There's a lot of things I got to buy. I'm looking at buying a new, what's it called, to this week. I want to buy a faster battery charger for the track. The one I have works wonderful, and it actually fits in my radio case and stuff. I like it a lot, but it's only a 5 amp. I want to get at least a 10 amp one. All right, mounts are on. All right. The amount of use this gets used, and this has a super, super small battery tray. You'd have to get one of those like the hump packs with the 4 instead of 5 would probably fit in here, but I don't think you're gonna get much more. But like I said, this is just gonna be a take it out when I want to have a good time and, you know, just have some fun. This is not going to be raced hard. This is not going to get beat up. This is going to be a every now and then car. So I don't mind using the AA packs. Yeah, I'm sure I could find something. It's just, to me, it's not worth it. I'm okay with it. So it's got the RTR. That was one thing about Losi. When they made the RTR stuff, they weren't bashful about it. They put it on everything. So we're going to save this JR Racing servo. I'm going to test that out and see if that's any good. $20, it is worth it. For as much use as this is going to see, it's not. Not to me. If I was taking this out every weekend to the track and beating on it, absolutely, I would not come anywhere near one of these. Let's take a look. Plug that in. All right, let's get the radio out. I got to fix the name. I ended up pulling this back out of the send because I'm still waiting on that damn part. I cannot find that part to save my life. Does it work? Yep, we're going to work. All right, model name. Let's change it. To XX. I'm actually, what the part I'm looking for is that small little brace, part number FF231. It's the a little bracket. It goes from the rear. It pretty much goes right over the spur gear. It goes from the rear diff housing to like the bridge, I would call it. That goes right through the center of the car. No, that MT Spec 3.0 is completely different than a Genesis. Yeah, but it's part number FF231. If anybody has one of them, I am desperately looking for it. I mean, it sucks. I found one on eBay real fast. Like, I mean, I found it like the day I started looking for it. I found that sucker, and like the price was good. And long story short, they canceled it on me. I guess they didn't have it or something. Come on. Can you make it out of metal? I'm sure if I tried, yeah, I could definitely make it out of metal. I could buy plastic and make it. It's not really a difficult part probably to produce. It's just I kind of want it to be the right part, you know? I can make it. I'm sure I could. And that might be something I try up the road, but as far as now, I know I'm going to go through all that trouble to make that thing, and then I'm going to find it. All right, xxxnt AD. This will be the Adam Drake one because it has the Adam Drake parts. 3D printed. I don't have a 3D printer. I have friends that do. I have access to a 3D printer. I do not have. I don't know how to make like the program to actually print it out. It's not a real difficult piece, but there's some complexity to it. But I mean, if I took my time with a piece of plastic and a Dremel, I could probably make something close. Okay, so we got that. That's good. All right, let's put it on the steering side and we'll zero this bad boy out. Well, you learned how to in school? Well, when I was in school, we didn't have that kind of stuff. You know, I was from the generation where they said, you know, you got to learn math the hard way because there's not going to be a what's it called, a calculator around at all times. Well, they lied to you. There is. Okay. Hey, that's pretty good. Sub trim. Not bad. Okay. All right, so now if we don't mess with that, that's zeroed out. And ditching the tire machine gear. What do you mean tire machine gear? I don't get that. Oh. Think of buying a mill and a lathe. Oh, and ditching the tire machine gear. You know what's sad? When my old lady's grandfather used to be a machinist, and he had a beautiful lathe. I'm talking, this was like old military stuff that he picked up, and he when he passed away, I grabbed all of the dies. Like I grabbed all the bits and all the cool stuff that would fit it. But this thing was so huge. Well, long story short, her grandfather built this house. I think they put this lathe inside the house before the house was built. So like getting this thing out was, somebody did it. It's gone. But somebody got that thing out. But I don't know how he would have gotten that in. I mean, without a wrecker. Like this guy had a flatbed and a wrecker, and they ended up getting it out. But I mean, that thing was probably 12 foot long. Like it was a lathe and a half. This guy did some awesome work. I never got to meet him, unfortunately. He passed away before I was in the picture. But she had some of his older stuff that he made on that, and it was really nice stuff. It was really, really nice stuff. All right, so let's figure out the steering. Let's see, the horn going to go up or down. Let's go over to consult the other XXX. All right, I might as well just keep this guy close. We're going to need this for a little bit of referencing today. Yeah, we had one up the shop my buddy picked up, but it's got to go up. Okay. But I'm not really, a lathe isn't something that I would invest in. I don't see myself using that a lot. I would love to learn how to use one. Just kind of like when I found out what he did for a living. OG, what's going on, brother? Glad to see you're up and going. No, I got 2 XXXs. Multiple XXXs. Oh. Now, also, there's a couple of half-decent looking RC10 GTs on eBay right now. It's got about a week on them, but the price is extremely low. I would, if you want to get one, you know, you guys showed up this morning, I'm giving you the tip. It's, they're there. So like that. How's that going? Yep, face up. Okay. If you say so, Losi, if you say so. Try and get that at least close to straight. Alright, here's what we're going to do for this. I got to get that off. That's going to be a bitch. Everyone's getting rid of them now, expecting a big new push. Yeah, everybody's getting rid of them, but they're asking, like, there's some on there for ridiculous price. I'm not looking to spend a ridiculous price. I'm looking to pick one up. There's a couple of them on there that do not look bad, and I would definitely say the price looks good, man. No, not stupid money. Like, cheap. Like, I have them on my watch list. I'm not in the market right now to be buying anything. But I can guarantee you, if they don't go up much, I'm buying it. It's going to happen. Come on, you. Okay, where's that screw at? Yeah, man. More 10 scales on the streets is right. But yeah, there's a couple of them on there. I'm letting out a pretty good secret because I'm telling you, man, they look pretty good. They don't look bad at all. There's 2 of them on there. Come on, just stay there. Oh, is this horn going to be a problem? Do we have an issue? Yeah, I mean, I don't... People need to be realistic about what they are. I mean, it's still just an old-ass stadium truck. I don't know what you'd expect out of it. It's not going to drive well. It's going to be a handful to use. You know, everybody knows that. I think it's pretty cool that they did release it, but I don't know what people are going to do with them. You know what I mean? Like, I took this thing out. Well, not this one. I took out a Nitro Sport. Nitro Sport is very similar out onto the trails, and with it being that low, like, it was a handful to drive. It really was. There it goes. There she goes. You want a Jado? I mean, why not? Get one. See, the thing with the Jado that's definitely going to be better is you're going to be able to get parts for that Jado. Like, Traxxas doesn't change anything unless they absolutely have to. Jay is selling me one rear spring. For what? What do you need a spring for? One near spring. Gotcha. Yeah, the Jado is a great time. And like I said, with the Traxxas, you love them, hate them, whatever you want to do, you'll always find parts. And even like the older Traxxas, like I have a Nitro Sport. The whole front end on that Nitro Sport is slash. They didn't change anything. And I mean, that's a good thing and a bad thing. Yes, you're probably buying old technology. Got it. Yeah, okay. But it's good technology. Why not? You know what I mean? It's good. There's nothing wrong with it. All right, I got that good. I'm sure I can fix the rest later. Let's try. Get up in there. There we go. Get that ball cup on. I hate ball cups. Yeah, the GT is pretty cool. What's up, Mike? How you been, brother? Come on. There you go. These have to go in there. Perfect. Okay. Got her mounted up. Looks pretty good. I don't like how that's angled like that, though. It seems like it should be Well, they have a notch on that for a reason. Maybe that's just how it goes. Let's double check that. Yeah, I mean, the new release, like, here's the catch with that too. They're gonna sell it for $400. Why does that seem so angled? Like, that's like a longer arm. Is that going to be an issue? Let's take a look at that. I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. Might have to work on this steering geometry a little bit. This might be more complicated than I thought. So yeah, I mean, for $400, they're re-releasing it. You're going to have to buy a motor. You're going to have to get all your other stuff to get it together. It's not going to be a cheap truck. But if you could find one on eBay, you do some homework for, let's say, I don't know, $250, you probably can get it with an engine in it. And you're better off. So if you wanted one, I mean, I don't know if buying the new one is really the way to go. All right. That's way off now. What the hell happened? What happened? All right, let's try this. Try this again. For nearly 600 Canadian, then buying the motor, I wouldn't even want to drive it. That'd be the most expensive truck I own. It isn't going to be cheap. You're 100%. It is not going to be cheap. But like this one, I think I paid $150 for this truck. I have probably, with the servos, all that nonsense, I probably have another $150 into it. So I have 300 here, but this thing's going to be ready to run. The xxxnt market is very weird, Harold. Like, I bought this other xxxnt for, I mean, dude, there's probably, I'm not bullshitting, if I have to strip this thing in parts and extras, because this has a lot of the Trinity parts on it. It has a lot of the Trinity parts on it. If you were to just take those Trinity parts and sell them individually, I would say this truck is, I would say I could probably get $400 worth of just the Trinity parts on that thing. And, yeah, no bullshit. Like, that's an easy do. Like, some of the people will put up, I mean, I would consider them seriously just parts. Like, there ain't shit. It's gonna cost you more to piece it together than it would to be just this, you know, I'll spend a couple of bucks now, screw it, we're done. And they're nuts. Personally, I don't see the point in doing that. Now, that was a good score. I've had people actually outbid me on absolute garbage. I mean, junk. Yeah, it's going to work. It's just a little odd. You think usually the steering linkage is straight. This is... All right. Cool. Why does it keep losing center? It's perfectly centered on the servo. Is it just not supposed to be? Okay, let's do this one more time. And I'm going to call it. So we're going to move it that way a little. Yeah, the bottom of this one, it's been used, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Jay, I just can't get rid of that yet. I really, really like that thing. I just put servos in it. Haven't really got to really get a lot of time with it. I'd like to wait off on that. But if I ever get rid of it, I will definitely keep you in mind, my friend. Definitely. You're going to trade a Bandit for a Mini B today. Okay. All right. The Mini B. I'm going to tell you my take on the Mini B, okay? It's cool. Leave it alone. You go crazy with it as far as want to go faster, modifying it. I'll trade you a 10T. Nah. I can get one of them cheap enough. I think it'd be a waste of time for us to ship that back and forth. And I mean, you have a nice 10T, but I think the Losi's a little nicer. That thing's hard to find that nice. All right, let's see how this looks. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I dig that. That'll work. Jay, I won't forget you, brother. Trust me. You want that thing, I know it. If I ever go and decide to sell it or trade it off, I got you, man. That's not a problem. All right. So we'll call that a success. All right. Let's back to the wiring of it. I'm in Vegas and we have 118 in the summer in this place where we can run it as indoors. Only reason I'm trading. Too hot sometimes for my Mugen e-buggy. Yeah, the Mini B. What are you racing on? I'm guessing it would be clay dirt. The Mini B is a good time. I have a real nice one, but like I put way too much motor and money into that thing. What I would recommend, first things first, is if it's just a regular Mini B, it's not modified. The shocks are garbage. You're gonna break the shocks, so anticipate having to replace those. The steering servos, absolute dog shit. I have broken way too many of those to be to justify it. And what is it? NDRC makes a beautiful micro servo with a mount that goes into the Mini B. Buy that, and then you can buy either just the regular solid horn or their Servo Saver. I did have a problem with the Servo Saver, but I think I fixed it. Mini B carpet and 8th buggy outdoor. Yeah, the servo is going to be a big problem for you. You're going to wreck that thing once, and you're going to either blow the gears out of it, or you break the housing, or both. It's absolute dog shit. Upgrade the battery. If it's got the stock battery, get one from ProTech or one of the better ones, something with a higher C discharge, and it's night and day. It's so much better. Okay. So then this is going to go and clip into that. So we got to straighten that up. That's going to go there. But yeah, the Mini B is a great time. I enjoy it. But man, you can spend an absolute fortune on that thing if you want to. I have way too much money into that one that I got, I'm telling you. I mean, this is a pain in the ass. I don't like this servo setup. So if I set these in here, into the mounts, it's like a sandwich. Okay, there's that, there's that. Put that to the side. Then this has to go on top of it, and there's holes for that as well. So that side is in. And this side is obviously not. Okay, I think I got it. Yes, I do. Okay, cool. So that would be good for the steering servo. Upgrade replacement parts for it, but they don't look all that spendy. But oh no, that's where you're wrong. The wheels and tires for a Mini B are almost the same cost as a full scale. I'm trying to think of what else I broke. You know, basic stuff. Your arms, the ball cups, absolute junk. I hate those things. They said that they redesigned them for the new Mini B. And if they did, I highly recommend picking those up because it's just every time ball cup. It's so annoying. What else? You'll see. You're gonna break a lot of shit, man. That thing is just. I love it, but I hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of them deals. I love racing the Mini B. It's a good time, but I just know it's going to be a short-lived time. It's gonna break. It's gonna break. That's what it does. All right. Try not to move this thing and get these lined up. But yeah, a Mini B for a Bandit though. That's a good one. Oh, this is gonna suck. What should I do? Kind of need that in there. It's almost like I have to remove this front shock tower to get this bolt clean. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I have to get the ball ends out. All right, Harold. I'll catch you later, man. Kelsha Ultima is my first RC. Would love to find one. My first one was slash 4x4. I still have it. It's bad looking now, but it's due for a restore for sure. Yeah, I just put a 3S system in a Bandit. Oh man, yeah, that's that's got to be fun. Yeah, as far as like the Mini B, if you wanted to do like a real fast setup on that, honestly, the Dynamite setup's all you need. I got a castle set up in that thing. It's just too fast. Like, I can't use the majority of the power it has. Like, our track is too small. Like, I mean, if you're racing on like a big track, you probably could use it. But with the size that we run on, there's just no way. Yeah, this is a pain in the ass. This is a real pain in the ass. Okay, we're gonna screw this thing up. All right, we're going to need some more disassembly, I think. This is not going to cooperate as easy as I thought. What are we stuck on? Well, yeah, if you ain't got much money into it, I'm sure that Bandit's a blast. That's pretty cool, man. Come on. There we go. Gonna go in there. There it goes. I think we're getting somewhere. It's this damn wrench. $25-35. I've never bought anything from anywhere like that Banggood shit, but is it any good? Like, I mean, I try not to buy the cheaper shit if I can, but I mean, I get it. All right, this is going to be a problem trying to get this top shelf on. Awesome for what it is. All right, cool. Good to know. Yeah, that castle setup I put in that mini bee was not cheap. That was like I think it was like 120 bucks. All right. See the problem I'm having? It's got to sandwich together. There's 3 parts. It's got to sandwich all together. And this thing is just not cooperating very well. It's not playing well with others. What the hell? Seems like it hits the bottom there and it's stuck. So I'm going to try something else. Yeah, like I said, try to keep that mini bee as stock as possible. All right, let's take this bag out. That got a metal screw in it. Is that the problem? We're going to have to reuse a stock part. Let's take a look. I think that's got a metal part in it. If it does, I can't use the screw. That's the problem. That is absolutely the problem. Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. That's okay. These screw kits are nice, but sometimes they don't really have what you need. Let's see if we can find ourselves a screw that'll work. That's too long. That one? Let's see if it'll work. That should work. Let's try and find 2 of those. That'll be good. That 2. Sweet. Yeah, we'll see how much money he has into it by the end of the day. And we'll probably have a little bit different response from that, man. Mini bees are not cheap. Get this thing started. I'll reset that servo, make sure it's in its spots, and we'll be good to go. All right. I think we got the problem solved. Put that in there. Yes, sir. Yes, it is. Cool. All right, let's send that home. Oh, this is going to be a pain in my ass tonight. Let's go. Let's try this. God, I'd hate to break this at the track. You'd be screwed. You pack it up and go home. Okay. Okay. Wow. Damn, Losi, you really did a great job designing this. Not. Okay. I'm done fighting this thing. Taking it back apart. Did I ever go through those swap meet engines? Yes, I have. My engine guy that I wanted to go over them is absolutely getting destroyed. He just designed, well, he designed and Nova built him his own line of engines. So he's been busy kind of critiquing those. So did I do anything with them? I would have to say no. Come on. That it? Nope. Wow, is this a pain in the balls? This is why I gave mine away. Yeah, I might be giving this one away. This is what a pain. Like unreasonably difficult to get this thing to go together right. You get the bottom to clip in, and then the top won't. Okay, clipped in, clipped in. Okay, that side's clipped in. That side's clipped in. Good, good, good. Now don't touch nothing. Jeez. Can you believe this? I could put a Savage together quicker, but I mean, mind you, I've seen someone how to do it 1,000 times. Okay. Holy crap, I think I got it. All right, check it out. Yeah, you got to go through the front. It's a 3-piece part. I don't know if I can get a good view of it. You got a base mount here. You have the front bulkhead, and then this part right here. And it's all got to get sandwiched together. I mean, once it's together, hell yeah, it ain't going to go anywhere, but damn, like... Damn, that's hard. Yeah, some of it is. I had to use the original stuff because it has a nut in the bottom. That's why I couldn't get it going. It would go through the first 2 plates, and then there's a nut, and it's the wrong thread. But, alright. See, no, this is so much easier. That one went easy. Alright, cool. Cool. Like it's sitting up higher for some reason. Like it's got to come down. All right. Now the bottom screws. I got to find some for the bottom. Those I'll be able to use the stainless. Yeah, the hardware on this thing was absolute junk. They're probably going to be short guys. That and this old stuff, it's all old graphite, so some of it doesn't really... Like, it likes this... It's a little tweaked, you know what I'm saying? The Bugs channel? Dude, that guy is awesome. He's saved my ass a few times. Like, when I rebuilt that Team Infinity, that Team Infinity engine would not be together if it wasn't for the Bug. I mean, I gave him his credit when I did the video, but I mean, I ripped off all of his part numbers, everything. I mean, I totally ripped him off. He did the homework, and I credited him for it. And I'm absolutely was stoked when that thing ran good. But that dude's all right, man. That dude is all right. Yeah, he's a very knowledgeable guy. I mean, give him credit where it's due. He knows his shit. You know what? I'm looking at this thing now. And I want to change something. If you look at how this is designed... I can actually make this steering nicer, but I wonder if it's going to screw it up now that I have it like this. I don't like the angle of the steering rod. That steering rod is at way too much of an angle. You can actually put this in 2 different spots. I think that's what I'm going to try. So let's take it back apart again. I'm going to try moving that servo up. I probably will have to readjust that horn again, though. Damn it. I'll be a master at this thing by the time we get done with this. Okay. All right, come on off, ball cup. There we go. Yeah, if you look at this chassis, I didn't notice this before. It has 4 different holes. 2 here, 2 here. If I take these and move them up, it'll take the angle out of that. I think from changing the servo, from the old one to the new one. I think that's my problem. I do not like how it was angled. Come on out. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to move the servo forward. That way I can get rid of that angle. I just have to check and make sure that I don't have to adjust the horn again. What is the actual update to the fuel tank? What is he updating on it? Let's go that route. What's the problem with the fuel tank? This will be my first running one, so I'd like to know what was up with the tank. All right. All right. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. I got that. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot better. Look at the angle of it now. That's damn near perfectly straight. I like that a lot better. I'm happy I noticed that. Let's just check it and make sure I don't have to mess with it now. Okay. Nope, we're gonna have to reset that horn. Okay, that's no big deal. Oh, let's see what JP has to say. The pressure line goes in the cap on the updated one. Okay, where's mine go? So what do you use, and what do you do? Put a hose on the end of this and make it so it'll draw from the bottom? Kind of get it. Okay. All right, so let's reset this back to center again. I'm good. That's the pressure line goes to the cap. So is this one? This one's already been modified, or is we're good? The pressure line went to the top of the tank and used to be blocked. Yes, it's the new. Oh, cool. Well, that's a good thing. Don't even have to mess with it. I dig that. That's one thing that I was happy, that RC10GT2 project that I'm going to be hitting up soon, that the tank is really nice. It has I also came with a brand new tank and a brand new cap. So that's one thing I was happy. I was like, because everybody knows how much it sucks when you just have a bad tank. Just that little something like that will just ruin everything. Let's turn this off so I can turn the servo. Okay. If anybody has any questions on these xxxnt front ends, I hope it's all answered now because I've had it apart 3 times. Okay, cool. Let's turn that back on, see where she's centered. Doesn't want to be perfectly centered. Wants to be off just a little bit. All right. Off the guy. What's going on, brother? Good talking to you this morning, man. Gonna get out to the post office and hook you up tomorrow. Friggin' work's been driving me absolutely up a wall. It's gonna be bad again this week too because we're probably a day behind now because of the snow. There we go. Any more than that, I'm gonna just take it out in the trim. Now, off the guy, I wanted to just make sure that was the RB block you wanted, and you wanted that a Nova carb, correct? Because that's what I got in the box. It's ready to go. I bubble wrapped it. Should be good to go. Just got to get her out to the old postman, and that should do it. Turn this off again. Cool. All right. Turn it back on. Look at that. That looks like money to me. I like that. Pull this down. Hell yeah. Looks pretty straight to me. All right. Let's try this one more time. All right. We can unhook this. Get this out of the way. Yeah, shipping's ridiculous. But, you know, it's the cost of everything. You know, I mean, I work in the trucking industry. I see what it costs, and it's not a very cheap business to be in, and it's not a very cheap business to do. Okay, that side is in. That side just wants to keep on popping out. What the fuck and why? Yeah, I just hate, you know, when I tell you I'm going to do something and shit happens, you know what I'm saying? Okay. That goes there, that goes there. Getting this thing lined up is an absolute nightmare. Okay. That's one. That's two. Okay, cool. Let's get those screws back in there. Video of the RB is up and running. I gotta order some ceramic bearings. The bearings in it are brand new. I mean, that's your prerogative if you want to put better bearings in it. I totally understand that, but you can run it the way it is. That thing I don't think has ever seen runtime because I mean it's absolutely, I mean it looks like brand new. Sweet. Yeah, I have another RB that's complete. I got to try getting that up and going too. We'll see how this goes off, Nagai. Go ahead and take this engine, the block that I gave you, put it together, do it however you want, and use it for content, man. Let's see what you can do with it, and then if you can do a good job with it, maybe I can send you a couple engines, man. I could keep you full of content for a while. I got a lot of engines that are just need to be gone over by somebody with the talent to do so. Yeah, JP's kind of in a shitty spot, man. All the way up there in Canada. It's definitely not a cheap ride when it comes to that. Okay. Let's get these bottom ones in. Those are 2s. Okay. A little tight. But that's okay. It's okay. Okay, cool. Slowly but surely. Let's see, gonna need a screw for that. Gonna run all these screws down in the bottom. There's one there, one there, one here, one here. And that whole plate will be in. There's 2 on the side here. Then we can start wiring this thing up. Yeah, that's what sucks. Cause I mean, what'd you say? It was like $100 to send a Savage from where you're at to like John. And I would say, I don't know what part of Canada you're at, but it's probably going to cost you more if you were to send it to me because I'm about as far on the East Coast as you're going to get. No, man, it's your engine. Do what you want with it. You want to order ceramic bearings? Go for it. I'm just saying, like, I don't think that thing's ever seen fuel. I mean, if you don't want to spend the money, I'd run it the way it is. $170, damn. Well, $170 Canadian. The conversion to American, what's that, about 125 bucks? It's still expensive. It's real expensive, man. Okay, starting to ease up a little bit. Under 30 pounds is cheap. You gotta start dealing in the 10th scale, 16th scale, 22 scale. So I mean, I could send you a micro B for real cheap then. What's going on, Nitro? Wrenching on this xxxnt, gonna get the electronics in. Been fighting with this steering servo for a while. Got a nice ProTech in there, but we got it figured out now. That thing's gonna be real good. Gotta finish putting this plate in. Then we can start on the throttle side. Under 30 is like 50 bucks. Yeah. Shipping's not terrible here. I mean, it depends on how you do it. With the USPS, they have that, if it, basically kind of like if it fits its ships box. If you can fit something in there, as long as it fits in there, bam, you're good to go. Whether it's full of feathers or it's full of bricks, it's still the same price. Where they like to get you, though, is like where I live, if I go and I've shipped like heavy stuff, no problem, not at all. It's just addresses. If it's a place that's like in the middle of nowhere, bam, you're getting whaled, even though it doesn't cost as much. All right, cool. One more screw in the deck is on. I gotta put 2 on the bottom here. 2 small boys right here. That's easy. The last Savage, let's see what this says. The last Savage I sent up to John was like $70. Over $100 for USPS. Ouch, man. I'll tell you what, though. That's where you see, like... What's it called? That's where you see, like... You know, you buy something from, like, A-Main. If you spend over $100, you get the free shipping. And they're shipping stuff for, like, $2-3. Kind of wonder how much stuff they're moving. You know what I mean? That's a lot cheaper. Cool. Just make sure everything's good. Good and tight. Good. That ain't going nowhere. Happy with that. Just do a double check on it real quick. We'll plug this steering back in. Give it one more shot before I move on. Don't matter to me. I'll get it paid. What are you paying for? What are you buying? Come on. Thank you. It looks pretty fast to me. I think that's a lot better than what it probably had when it was new, for sure. So what do you think? I think that's pretty fast. Heck yeah, I'll take that. Still got to set endpoints and shit like that, but I mean, for now, that'll work. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, that servo's pretty quick. I'm happy with that. So let's get to the second one. All right, put this away. All right, that's one down. I got to put those 2 screws in the back yet. Oh, you bought that big, you're going to get that big red out, JP? That's cool. Those are pretty cool little engine. I mean, like I've even noticed sometimes like in the automotive industry, like I mean, I do the full size stuff too, is you'll buy things that have a let's just say a cheaper name to them. And it's the same damn place, man. It's the same place making the same part. There's no difference. Up the East Coast, it was $38. No shit. That's like when I did the monster truck speed challenge. When Savage Rob won it, I bought everything right from A-Main. I just let them ship it. Save myself a few dollars by that. I could spend a couple more dollars on what I got them, you know. These are gonna be too long. I think these will be just fine. Oh, come on. This graphite stuff is so hard to get started. I think I'm going to have to use regular stuff on this one too. Do you want that aluminum belt crank for your slash? No, nah. I appreciate that, but no, I don't. I can't use it in the class that I race, and I think I have like 3 of them. Yeah, the aluminum bell cranks are, in my opinion, I don't think they're worth buying because they round out just as much, honestly. Like, I've actually ovaled out the aluminum, and they break just as easy. But hey, I appreciate that, but no, that's nothing I would use. Don't need it. What side of these? Get this hose out of the way. Oh, okay, I bought it for my Rustler. Yeah, that Rustler, doesn't that use like the different style? It's not like a slash. Wow, is this being a pain? What's going on with this? I gotta take this tire off. What size is that? I think these were bigger. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I bought a JP, business license for shipping. Yeah, if you do bulk shipping, you'll definitely get a better deal on the shipping, but there we go. I don't think it's a business license. I think it's just the commercial side, like where if you send enough stuff, they'll hook you up with the scale and all that, and you can basically do what the post office does for you. Free to a good home. There you go. He's giving out parts, people. You need something. There you go. He's willing to donate. Why don't you just buy yourself a slash, brother? They're a good time. You know what I mean? Let me try to stick through the other side. Should fit. Why don't you go in? All right. We're going to have some fitment issues here with this graphite again. All right, what are we going to do here? There we go. This graphite stuff is hard to work with. Let's see what you got here. Ram it in. Nah, man. No, I don't like doing that. Get the drill. No, we ain't drilling out nothing. It'll fit. It'll fit. I'll get it to work. Good thing there's 2 holes, so I can use one as a pilot and send the other one in. All right, get that out there. I got it. There we go. All right, one more in there and we're good. Dry with no lube. I'll tell you what, this graphite is some hard shit to work with. All right. Look at that bottom one, goes in beautifully. Let's see here. But it is a 16-tooth weight overgeared. Tried a 15, but it was wrong. Cause of problems. Well, you can't get that mesh right? The 13 tooth? There's not enough adjustment in the motor plate to move it around? Because, I mean, you should have a decent amount to work with. All right. That's it. It's official. There it is. Plate is on. Everything's done. Front end is together. Let's get this, let's get to the throttle side. John, I would love to help you out, brother, but I don't have any. I don't think I have any Savage parts that are left over. Or Mugen parts. I have no Mugen parts. I have a shit ton of 13-tooth bells for a Hobeo. Yeah, just try a shitty one. Is there a problem with finding parts for that too? There's a question that I had. Is anybody on with the Facebook pages have just like an obsolete, hard to find parts page? I think that would be awesome because, like I said, I'm having problems getting that part for that Sen. I'd love. That's all I need to do to finish that whole truck. Is I need that one freaking part. Hopefully, maybe we can get, you know, more people to maybe get into it. That maybe we can find some more obsolete stuff, or in the best case, hopefully we can get it to avoid maybe, you know, eBay entirely. So we don't have to pay the, you know, the upcharge on everything. Because, you know, that eBay tax on some shit's just wild. Might work for the Mugen. John, by the way, I really enjoyed those track videos, man. You know me, I'm a track rat. I love them. And I thought it was kind of funny, though, with your one yesterday. You're actually on the track racing, and I'm here working on a Savage. I'm like, man, shit's changed. Things are going... What's going on here, you know? All right. Let's see what that other servo does. Let's see which way it's got to be mounted. All right, servo towards the back. This other xxxnt, I'm not going to get to it, I don't think, anytime soon, but I definitely can't wait to get into it. This thing's going to be a screamer. OS 18 CVR. This thing's got a rip. But that needs a lot of love first. I want to get these low-hanging fruit out of the way. All right, same thing. I'm using the same servo front and rear. Andrew asked me, how do I get a hold of you? Andrew who? Because somebody did, I remember on a live before, said he may have one, and then I never heard from him. I could give it, I mean, my email is very easy, just rinks211@gmail. I don't use it for anything other than just ordering parts and stuff, so I mean, I have no reason not to worry about anybody doing anything malicious with it, you know what I'm saying? If he has 2 of those donor trucks, man, and he wants to get rid of that part, like I said, I'm interested. I need it. I need it bad. I will come to your live tonight, John, and check. Yeah, John, are you running today? I'm going to go out for lunch with the kiddo, and then I'll be back. I'll get in on that. Check you out. It's going to have to go this way. That kind of sucks. I hate it when the wire... No, I'm going to run the wire through the front. Go with that. Oh, it's got to go through the legs. We got to put it through the legs. Okay. Got it. There we go. That'll look good. The servo has the wire coming out on this side here. If you put it through the legs, I can go like this and jump it right into the box. It's going to be nice and clean. I like that. And that Protec looks damn good just hanging out there on the side, that nice label. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I wish everybody, you know, was a little bit closer. When I seen John at the track, man, I was itching. I was like, you know what? That'd be cool as shit if I could take a day, you know, a couple of days off of work and shoot out there and go racing with him. That'd be funner than hell, but man, hopefully with Trump back in, everybody will be making more money. Everything will be a lot better. You know what I mean? And maybe sometime I could do something like that, you know? That'd be pretty cool. God, see, now you got me all... OG got me all freaked out, man. If that guy has that part, that would be friggin' awesome. Because I'm pretty much giving up. I mean, I can't get a lead on nothing. JP, I totally agree, man. It just sucks that we're all... well, you're on a different continent almost. Oh, that'd be wild to get everybody going together racing. That's why I kind of like when I did the monster truck thing. It was like, I thought about how to do it. I'm like, well, I can't say, okay, we're all going to meet up here on this day and this is what we're going to do. Come to Vegas and race? Dude, I'd love to go to Vegas and race. How's that sound, everybody? We go on a Vegas trip. Just go down, race each other, and come back. I mean, if I have to explain that to my old lady, that's going to get ugly. But I think it'd be pretty fun. Hey, I'm going to Vegas to race a bunch of guys. And I'll be back, you know, in a week. Utah. Yeah, I've been all over the country, and I like the deserts. I do. I don't know. I'm stuck here for a little longer. JW's going to run the Silver States? That's wild. That's cool, man. What class are you running, JW? That's really awesome. Omaha's in the middle. Yeah. Well, I would not recommend Pennsylvania to anybody. So, stay away from Pennsylvania. New York sucks. New Jersey sucks. Ohio, I don't know where Lotus is, but there ain't shit in Ohio. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I think. That's it. All right, cool. Damn, that looks good. That Protec's going to look real nice in there. High speed again with the throttle. Let's see how the servo mounts. Let's take a look at this one again. All right, brake goes straight. So, like this. Just like that. All right, cool. It's always nice when you have more than one. You can just kind of grab and be like, all right, how does this work? Okay, where did I put the body pins? There they are. There's only two of them. I hate to lose them. 21-hour drive to Omaha. Uh-huh. I don't think it's the length of the drive for me. I'm a truck driver. It's if I drove my RS all the way out there, I mean, I might as well just fly because it's going to cost me less to fly. All right. Give this a little tap. Okay. You're too fast for Sportsman. It's a 21-hour drive. No, I'm in the middle of the pack here, and we run Sportsman and Intermediate together. I would consider myself Sportsman. That's about where I'm at. I'm middle of the pack here, but we have some fast guys. We have guys that'll probably be at that race at our track, and I'm always on the podium. Well, not always, but it depends how it all works out. But usually I'm on the podium, so I consider myself mediocre at best. But I have moments of brilliance, and then I have some that you just look at and scratch your head like, what the hell? I have not raced in decades. You've only been racing for 10 months? Well, then you understand that learning curve when you think you got shit figured out, and then you watch someone race and you're just like, I don't even see how I'm going to get there. We have a couple of, we have some real fast guys at our track, but we have, like one guy, he's actually sponsored by X-Ray, and like, I can't help, I mean, no, I'm not a fanboy, I'm not saying that, but like when he races, like I don't talk, I just watch. I'm just like, I can't believe how fast that guy actually is. And I see where I'm at, and I'm like, man, I got a long way to go. Now that people are having things from online purchases, the price has to go up, not because of fuel, just because of greed. All right. I'm missing some of that. I used to be good. Yeah, I was never that good. I've only been doing this for a few years. I raced actual cars most of the time. I've never raced. John, I highly recommend you just enter a race. Just try it out, man. It's addicting as hell, but it's also very humbling because you think, you know, I know how to handle an RC car. I'm good at this, and then you'll go out and you're gonna get your ass spanked. I mean, it's bad. I think you did pretty good on the track. I mean, considering the amount of like actual track experience you have, I don't think you did bad. Like, I mean, you got cars that your setup is everything, tires are everything, and you're kind of running at it. I am entering the 40 plus 8th in April. JP, that's fantastic. And unfortunately, I can also enter the 40 and up class. I hate saying that. It's hard dodging kids, bashers, and XRT. Yeah, that's part of the game, though. I mean, if you go during a actual race, it's not as bad because, like, you'll get separated into a qualifier. So, like, you might be in a C qualifier, a B qualifier. They usually it weans it out, so you're with people around your same range, and you just need to excel better than them. So, yeah, if you're in it where it's just an open practice, yeah, you're gonna have your wall testers everywhere. OG, there's times that I have to actually just remind myself to breathe. I'll take a couple of healthy breaths, and then I'm back in it, man. You get it's a weird experience. If nobody's ever done it, it's one of them things, you know. All right. One thing I do have to put on this. Check these out. These were expensive, man. Old logo, Team Losi throttle return springs. It says $3 on the pack. Nah, it wasn't. But these are the legit right ones. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I needed them. Big event on the East Coast in spring. MT zigzagging back and forth, like pick a lane. Yeah. Like I remember, like I think it was 2 races ago. It was somebody's girlfriend, and he let her use his 4-wheel drive. I think it was a mod buggy, which is way too fast for her. So they kind of convinced him to be like, yo, we'll give you a rental slash. So she entered the slash class. I think I did 17 laps on that qualifier with her. I lapped her 12 times. You want to talk about like in the way? Oh my God. But we all start there. So it is what it is. I kind of screwed up on this one, I think. Hold on. I didn't center this, but I didn't move it. What are the chances that that's going to be right? I didn't think about it. Let's plug it in and see where it sits. I didn't touch it, so it would have been where it was put from the factory. What are the chances that they did their job and they centered it? Damn. Must have not did this one on a Friday. This must have been a Wednesday, Thursday build because it's that'll work. Sweet. Screwed up, but saved myself some time, I guess. Cool. That works out. Damn right I got lucky. What are the odds of that? You know? All right. So we got throttle servo. What can we do now? Engine first or start hooking up the electronics inside the box? What do you think? I think I'm going to start doing the box. Yeah, let's do the box. That sounds like a better idea. Nope. Try again. Swing and a miss. There we go. Yeah, what's going on, Haywire? Hope you're not watching this from a roof somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna do the box, get that squared away. These boxes are strange. You ever see these things? Like they're only three-sided. They don't have a bottom to them. Man, that servos look good in there. That little bit of blue, I dig it. Match the cooling head. All roofs have snow. Might be unsafe. At least you're thinking about that stuff. Safety second or third, but... Alright. Cool. Yeah. See the box? That's it. So I can either mount the... I think I'm going to mount the receiver this way. I don't think the wire is going to be long enough to make it to the thing, though. Just a little bit. Well, that's how it's going to go. I'm going to mount it like that, just like that. I can't put the motor in yet anyway. I still have to do the wire from the receiver box. Has to go down this little aluminum rail right here behind the servo. So, gotta wait on that anyway. Tell you what, if you ever go on Amazon, they have such great deals on this 3M double-sided tape. Go to Walmart and buy it. It's 3 times as much. Mount it just like that. So then it'll come out and I can just put a small little stinger on it, I guess. Little antenna tube and be done with it. Alright, so what do we got to do? I'm going to start with that back box. Let's get that wire ran. -11 might go do a Tundra run. You're insane. Farthest I'm going here is my car, then in the restaurant, and having sushi. That's the goal for today. I am certainly not going out in this cold. Forget that. I got to do it at work. I'm not doing it on my day off. But OG, you were into that survival stuff, weren't you? So, I mean, are you, you know how to prepare better for the cold than I do. I'm a city guy. There's a question. I never really, I don't know, caught any videos of you said about that stuff. But, like, what kind of survival stuff did you do? Like that Survivor Man stuff where they, like, I can drop you on an island and you'll survive? Kind of deal? Is that what you do? All I had was a sweatshirt, pants, and sneakers. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the cold. I mean, I can get through it. It is what it is. Primitive survival. Yes, anytime, anywhere. OG will survive on an island full of ducks. We get snow for 8 months. Yeah, JP, you're mountain people. I totally... yeah, I get that. Yeah, I got to mount this too. Forgot about that. All right, let me get some electrical tape. Throw that around here. I always thought the survival stuff was pretty neat. I was a Boy Scout when I was a kid, but I mean, our survival is basically if, I got stuck out in the woods, I know how to make a Christmas tree out of pine cones if you give me enough little foam dots and, pipe cleaners. Thanks, JP. I appreciate that. No, I don't know. That's a good question. Like, I mean, I've been all over the United States. I mean, when I was a truck driver, I got to see all the states and stuff like that. All of them have their pros and cons. Like, I mean, I wouldn't want to live somewhere where it's a billion degrees all the damn time. I've never really found a state that I liked that you could say the weather is always, 70 degrees. We don't get tornadoes. We don't get hurricanes. We don't get, crazy shit. We don't have people shooting each other. Why would you? That's a good. There's a good question. Like for like JP, like if you got to deal with snow that long out of the year, why do you stay? Like I hate Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania sucks. I stay because I have family around here. Other than that, I would be out of here tomorrow. All right, let's see what we got here. Good money? I'm sure you can get good money elsewhere if you're good at what you do. I don't think that would be a reason to stay. But, okay, good money. Got it. Well, you said you work. What, you work for a mine company or something? What do you do? Mining? I don't think you're a miner, but considering your background, I would like engineering or something. Like you seem like you know your shit. You know what I mean? Coal mines. Yeah, we have them around here. And what do you do for the coal mine? Oh, geez, my mother is here. That's the only reason I'm here. I'd be southish, like down. Yeah, that's the reason I'm here. I have a daughter, and her grandparents are here. I was close to my grandparents, and I don't want to take her away from that. But they all grow up. Do you know what I'm saying? As soon as she's of age, I'm out of here. She can come with me. She can do her own thing. That's up to her. But she'll always have a place at my home. But my home will not be here. I'm a maintenance planner for heavy machinery. Oh, okay. See, I figured it's something mechanical. You know what I mean? You don't pick up your mechanical experience by wrenching on these little things all the time. You know what I mean? You do it elsewhere. I get that. So you're the guy in charge of the shop, basically, like a foreman, if you will. Coal mines, working with that big stuff. I almost moved to North Carolina just to fish. See, I hate fishing. I'm not a fisherman, that's for sure. But I don't know. I'm a car guy. I'm not as big into it as I used to be because I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff, but I always hated it because like Pennsylvania always took like 4 to 5 months of what I like to do away every year, like clockwork. You know what I mean? You can fish all day, every day. I don't know. I never got into the. Is it fun? Yes, I have been fishing. It's nothing that I haven't done. If I'm not catching monster shit and there's excitement every 5 minutes, I really have a short attention span with it. All right, Harold. Good to see you're back, brother. Had to help your roommate out. But yeah, I mean. All right, cool. And then this has to go behind here somehow. How did they route that through here? Ah, even better, they didn't. All right. Gonna have to come up with a cool way to do it. All right, so what do you think? Through the center? Try to keep it away from the linkage. Get this out of here. There we go. How could we do this to make it look good? Huh, that's a tough one. How long is the wire for this? Because this has to go here, so I'm going to take them screws back out. Interesting. If you look at this, this has the on and off switch bracket. It's got to go around the servo. So I'm going to take them screws back out. That's no big deal. And then this would just go forward into the box, into the receiver. And then this, I could probably put a bunch of this wire in here and I can run this back and connect it somewhere back here. I think that's the way to do it. JP says, when I retire, I will move to a warmer place, which is pretty much everywhere, my friend, from what I can see. Have you thought about moving to the States, or are you just going to move to something more hospitable up your way? Often the guy says there's some really good bass fishing down south for sure. I bass fished for 16 years straight, but haven't now for a while. Oh, bro, you have no idea how serious my fishing is. It's pretty bad. Worse than my RC habit. I sold. Oh, my God. Oh, so he's still going to stay in Canada. Well, who knows? Maybe Canada will be part of the United States by then anyway. Pennsylvania is all big into the fishing and all that stuff, but I'm not an outdoorsman. I'm not. I don't know. I can enjoy the outdoors. I don't mind taking a walk, but I'm not a. Like some guys have so much money into fishing boats and, like you said, fishing gear, and you have all the hunters. Like we literally get a day off of school in high school on the first day of buck. Like people are crazy, dude. Like I don't understand. I don't know. I'm not against hunting. I mean, it's absolutely necessary, and anybody that does it, good for them. That's not my deal. The thing is, I don't know. Pennsylvania would be really good for that, I think, for a lot of people. But if that's not something you enjoy, Pennsylvania got nothing for you. I would like, however, to try the like the deep sea fishing where you're catching like sharks and stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool. You know what I mean? Hey man, I caught me a big one. Look at this. What is it? It's a damn shark. That's pretty cool. Crappie? We have crappie here. A lot of panfish. A lot of bass. Pennsylvania is pretty good for that stuff. Duck season, you're going to get into hunting? Just say that he attacked you, and you can do it at any time. That's all I'm saying. The animal's attacking you, you can take them out. That's the only thing that I don't want to do is when I move, that I dread the most is moving my stuff, man. I got way too much shit. That's going to take forever. Yeah, when you fall in the water, you do have to worry about that. What happened to him? Shark ate him. Oh. That's no big deal. That happens all the time. Or like they show you like those, what was it called? I forget who it was on YouTube I was watching. It was like a short where somebody had a speedboat and they were out in the middle of like, it was one of those like jungles, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know I don't want to be mean, but like, you know, like the primitive people, you know what I mean? They live on the edges of the river. I guess one of them got attacked by like an alligator or something like that, like a big one, like a salty or something. And they were so far out in the woods, like he was alive. Dude, his arm looked like a piece of friggin' spaghetti. It was just destroyed. But like everybody was still alive. And they're like, he's dead. Why? Because he's either going to go septic or he's going to bleed out. We can't do anything for the poor guy. You know what I'm saying? And they put him on this speedboat and they were able to like help him out. I think I want to put that wire another way. It's all about getting these things right the first time. Getting the wires ran nice. And I think I'm going to put it in between the servo and the legs. See what the chat has here. I was all set up for trout and salmon when I lived in Washington State, but moved here to Vegas and have not gotten one bite in almost 2 years living here. Fishing right outside for trout. Yeah, I don't think Vegas is the fishing any good. I mean, I know there's lakes out there, but I don't know. Never been fishing in Vegas. Let's put it that way. We'll pull this servo right back out again. Yeah, man, my wife used to drop me off at my favorite farm and pick me up 9 hours later. I could see from the lights of south at the border in Dillon, North Carolina. Fun times, man. After sun goes down, I would burn them up. Out of all the cool states that I've been to, like, I love Arizona. Arizona is fantastic. Colorado is pretty rad. California is fantastic if you can get rid of the government there. Like, it's just a really cool place. Like, I mean, I thought California was just awesome because if you, let's say you wanted to go up into the woods and do that kind of thing, just go north. All right, done with that. I'm going to go down to the, I want to go be down in the desert and go bang some dunes. Go to the south. Yo, man, I feel like going and, go to the beach. Go to the left, It's got it all. But they're just so friggin' stupid there. Their laws are ridiculous. Now with all them fires and shit, I found that to be absolutely ridiculous, all those fires. You know what I mean? Like, those people that were in charge of making sure that all of the precautions were taken and everything was set up and they didn't, they should all be out on their ass and facing charges of some sort. Yeah, I like that. That'll work. That'll work real nice. I like that. The strippers are in Lake Mead, and so are the mob bodies. Oh, man. The mob bodies are everywhere. At least they cleaned up after themselves. You know what I mean? Pennsylvania, man. You want to talk about mob? That's... I'm here. The movie The Irishman, a lot of the places that they were talking about, like Buffalino and all them guys, they're still here. I actually work in an old Buffalino building. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, take it for what it's worth. When the mob was around, a lot less nonsense. We still have a presence, let's put it that way, in this area. And the town that it's in, mostly, you don't hear about them in the paper. You mess around, you find out, that's how it works. And that's fine with me. I want to farm just for our season to build a track. I have a spot that a buddy of mine, he's buying the house, we're just waiting for him to get the deal done. And I got a pretty nice little spot that I'm going to put a track up. Just going to wait for it to be, the land is now officially his kind of deal before I start tearing it up, It's going to be awesome. River rat fishing? Hell, man. Like, we have the Susquehanna. The Susquehanna River is literally a mile from my house. And that place there, if you want to catch, like, some really nasty-looking catfish, we get some catfish, bud. All you got to do is old hot dogs. They love them. Okay. That's cool. So this is going to go this way and into the box. Tighten that up nice. That's going to chase it pretty much into the box. This has a slot. That's going to go into the box. So now I just got to make the transition from here through the back here. It's going to need a cable tie right there. And I can basically mount this right here underneath this linkage for the brake. Just like that. That's cool. That'll work. Gotta get some zip ties. What do you think? That's how I think it should be done. Any comments? Any other ideas? Anybody have anything better? Just like that. We only have 2,500 people in town. That's shit. We have way more than that. Yeah, the nastier and stinkier the bait. Yeah, you grab a pack of hot dogs, take them, throw them in the sun, let them to the point where you know you won't eat them anymore. The catfish will go nuts. All right, come on, where are we at? There we go. What do you think about that wiring? I think that's how I'm going to do it. It's like that. No, it's going to be like this. Oh, come on. Went out doing the snow. My fingers are still cold. Just like that. And then just plug that right in the back. Just like that. Bam. Some shrink tube? Yeah. Think that's necessary? I have it. Put some shrink tube on it? Nah. This is the original wire, and I think that's basically how it was before. I don't think that I'll need to do that. I'm gonna have to reopen this box though. It does look nice. I agree. I put it on all my battery terminals because it just looks better. Yeah, let's open that box back up and get some of that wire taken away. I agree. It's a little bit of that little bit of shrink wrap. Always, you know, give it that little extra 10% does look better. The engine's gonna be right in front of that though. We are allowed to drive quads on the street. There's certain states in Pennsylvania where you can do that too. Pennsylvania is not one of them, but there is a little loophole. If you start an LLC in a state, I believe it's Montana. They will send, in Montana, you're allowed to. So as long as you have turn signals and stuff on the quad, they will issue you a license plate, and then you can. I seen a guy, I'm at a light, I'm in my car, and this dude's sitting on a quad. The police station is a stone's throw away, and he's just sitting there, and he's like not even worried. And I'm like, buddy, you know what I mean? I would be, and he wasn't. So I was like, what the heck? And I noticed he had a tag on the back, and I'm like, that's how he did it. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that off the guy. Yeah, I don't have the arthritis. I have I broke a lot of bones, and I feel them in the winter. You know, like that shit your mother told you, you know, someday, you know, you're going to feel this when you get older. Well, I used to race BMX. I rode skateboards. I was extreme when I was younger. And I'll tell you what, I'm not even old yet, and I feel it. I don't even want to think about it. All right, so we got to get rid of some of this wire. So we'll spin this, go through here. around it. And we'll pop it out the top, just like that. Or I want to go through the top with it. I think that's probably better because then it's completely away from the linkage for the brakes. Yeah, that'll work. Nice and easy, quick to disconnect. Looks like it'll fit just fine. I broke my neck though. Winter sucks. I hit a moose on a motorcycle. Holy shit! That's insane. I've seen moose, and I remember like the first time I seen moose and elk and stuff like that when I was learning how to. When I got my CDL, when I was still doing like a mentorship, we were over on the West Coast, and they have them all up there. And the fact that he told me that if a moose or a elk jump in front of you or anything like that, basically try to hit them dead center and just hang on to the wheel. That was just like, you got to be shitting me, right? It's like hitting a super solid horse, man. I'm shocked that all you did was broke your neck. I mean, I'm happy you're alive. Jesus, well, that's wild, man. Now, I raced BMX for years and went to skate parks. I mean, I've bounced off pavement more than I'd like to think about, and I've broken a lot of bones, and it's one of them things you just deal with. Now, it really sucks. My back, I had a S10 pickup truck, and I put it through 2 trees. My back is really bad. Like, luckily, I'm able to do what I do still, and it's not terrible, but it's not... I would not recommend it to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't do what I do, kids. You went under. What? You went under the moose? Damn. To have a GoPro on that helmet that day, that would have made a good one, huh? Man goes under moose. Play like the Limbo song. Yeah. Freaking moose. Wild, man. That's wild. 18-wheeler wreck. And I got T-boned by an 18-wheeler loaded. It broke the small bones on the side of my neck. Oh, man. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm on the other side of the dash when it comes to the 18-wheeler stuff. Like, I drive the 18-wheeler. I feel so bad when someone gets hit by one because until you've driven something like that, you don't really respect it. And I think that's the biggest problem. Like when people cut off a rig, like you are an idiot. Or, you know what I mean? Like you need that exit that bad that you're going to cut me off. Man, you don't want to tangle with 80,000 pounds of rolling steel. It's not in your best interest. Believe me. It doesn't turn well. If I'm doing 65 miles an hour and you stop in front of me, it's over. It's not even a... I mean, I gotta try. Obviously, I'm gonna try to stop, but is it gonna happen? Maybe. Maybe. All right. So we got that. That's done. That's done. Gotta shorten some wires. Okay, let's start plugging in. See where we're at. Now, how if everybody has a different way of doing this? What do you do to shorten your wires up? How do you usually do it? I usually just twirl them. $90-mile impact plus the weight of the truck. Yeah, you are very lucky to be alive. Like, I mean, I've seen just from doing the job so long. Like, we had a guy wreck not that long ago. And, I mean, honestly, he was probably only doing about 45 mile an hour when the wreck went down. And if you've seen the truck, that truck when he was, what was left of it, you would definitely reconsider doing 65, 70 mile an hour in an 18-wheeler because that 45 mile an hour crash, though it may have been a slow wreck, was absolutely destroyed. There was nothing left of that truck. The guy, luckily, he it seems like he fell asleep or something. Luckily, I think all he got out of the deal was like a chipped tooth. Like, I'm dead serious. He got like a chipped tooth, and he survived, obviously. But it had to be a hell of a ride. All right. Oh, don't start that. Start up here. Yeah, those trucks, man, they are no joke. And I mean, even as a driver, you really got to think about it because, yes, there's a lot of steel there. That cab is not. Most of that's aluminum, or not aluminum, fiberglass. Front end's fiberglass. And they're really not, like, there's no airbags. Lots and lots of, lots of mass for sure. There's just, when you do drive them, it's just you gotta be on a swivel. It's crazy. Yeah, you gotta also worry about whatever you're pulling. You know what I mean? If you're fully loaded, you got 45,000 pounds behind you. Basically think of just 45,000 pounds chasing you down a hill. You're in trouble. It's gonna get ugly. Come on. All right, we're going to have to work our way backwards. It's good that you still keep working, though. Hope you got some kind of a settlement out of that if it was the driver's fault, because that's my biggest pet peeve is, like, where I work, we are safe. We hire good drivers, but we also do inbound. And when you see some of these guys coming in, like, they're just sketchier than hell, barely know any English, which I thought was against the law. If you had a CDL, you have to be able to read and speak English. I mean, nothing against them because they can't, but it's very dangerous when you have so much responsibility that if you can't read English properly, you can't read sign heights, you don't know what this means or that means, you're screwed. I'm sorry. There's just no way there's no way you should be behind the wheel of one of them things. There's just no way. No freaking way. Where did that box go? See if we're going to fit in the box first. I don't know if I'm going to have a long enough antenna. If I'm going to have enough antenna to make it up that high. Let's see what this chat says here. Rinks, I know, man, I was a long time before I could ride by an 18-wheeler without freaking out. Seriously. I think 90% of our truck drivers barely speak English. Yeah, I mean, it sucks because, like, being in the industry, like, when I started, if you didn't put at least 1 year of clean driving in, most companies would never even talk to you. Like, you didn't exist. It wasn't... You know, you could be the best driver, but they still wouldn't deal with you. Now, we, as a company, we'll take some out of school. You know what I mean? But like my whole thing is, I just need to make sure they're safe. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could teach you how to drive a truck, sure, no problem. But you can't teach common sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some people that just shouldn't be behind the wheel of anything. I mean, the 18-wheeler is one thing. I mean, I see some people, I'm like, yo, I'm kind of worried about being around you with a car, you know? Just like that. That looks good. Let's see. It was a grenade that went off in the old Mac 60s model. I couldn't hear for like 5 minutes. Yeah. I drove vac truck with my dad for years. It's a dying trade. It's a sad thing to say. I mean, because it's too much. Like, I don't know. I'm still in it. I still enjoy it. It's just that when you work at a place like I do, where they actually do care, we do get good drivers. But when you're surrounded by others that don't, like, it's sketchier than hell. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just some things that there's nothing you can do. You know what I mean? It's like I go out there and I will be as safe as I possibly can be, and I am. But I can't guarantee you that guy next to me is, and that's a scary thing, you know. Let's see if I can get that in there. That's going to be a pain. Trying to get this antenna tube in there is going to be a real pain. How am I going to do that? All right. How am I going to do that? Yeah, if I lay down, it feels worse than a body in motion. It's better than that. Yeah. Like my back, if I work hard all day, I mean, I can do whatever. It doesn't bother me. I will be fine. As soon as I go and sit down somewhere, that's it. We're in trouble. I know what I'm going to do. How are we going to get this in there? Ha! See that little trick? Use a broken zip tie just to get her in there. Not a whole lot. Not going to need much. Let's make a tube. Hey, JP, you have a good one, brother. I'll talk to you, I don't know, maybe on John's Live. See you then. All right. Almost done. Getting there. So what do you think so far? I think it's coming out pretty good. I think the wiring doesn't look like shit. I'll take it. I'm going to put a short little antenna tube on there. Jason, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Working on this xxxnt. Going to get this thing wired up and ready to roll. Anybody else use these ProTech style tubes? I like these things a lot. I just wish that it came with more caps. You should lose the caps, man. It's all over. Buy another pack, then you have 10 tubes. I wouldn't say old sucks. I'm still having fun. I still got to order a body from this. I forgot about it. The ones I want, they're produced in Canada. And with the shipment issues, I didn't really... Maybe I already cut it. Oh, that's got a good cap. Yeah. Save that for later. All right, let's get this done. Some glue on there. All right, we'll let that sit. Yeah, I'd like to wake up in the morning and not have any pain, but yeah, so that's not going to happen. Just got to soldier through it. Nothing you can do. All right. Let's put the throttle return spring on. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, this hurts. Not like some new old stock. I'll open her up. I love the old Team Losi logo. I wish they'd bring that back. It looks so cool. I'm gonna see if I can find a banner. I want an old logo Team Losi banner for in here. Oh yeah, cool. All right, without a doubt, old is still fun. I don't think I'm old. I don't know. Maybe I am. I'm 40. Maybe that is old. Is that old now? All right. This one, I believe, has that return spring. Let me double check how it goes. Goes from the back one. Okay, cool. Without a doubt. All right, so I guess this one has to come out. This loop will go through there. One end goes through the eyelet. The other eyelet goes into the servo horn. So, kind of like that. The other part goes through the horn. All right, let's see if this is going to give me a hard time. Looks like it's gonna. Bam. No, it didn't. Okay, leave that there. Let's get that other piece out. So what's everybody else doing today other than freezing their ass off? Except for the lucky few that are... It's a lot of tension now. I don't know if I like that or not. That won't be enough. Let's see here. We'll kind of reverse this. Yeah, we're going to use this other hole. I don't like that. Too much tension. That's too much. See what it says. Yeah, exactly. It's the reason I work at nights. I can sleep better in the day, hurt less. I worked, I guess it's considered second shift too. $5 here. It's supposed to be high of 3 tomorrow. Isn't that disgusting? The throttle's reversed on this. That's got to get fixed. Minus 16 Fahrenheit. Yep. Or else you just move south. I think though, like, truck driving was like the best worst thing that could happen to me, because once I got to see more of the country and got to see, like, I hated coming back to Pennsylvania. I mean, I had to. I had family here, and you know, I got my business, do my shit here. But thanks, off the guy. I appreciate that. There we go. So what do you think? Throttle return spring right there. I like that hole a little bit better. A little bit less tension, but that'll definitely... Let's see here. See if it works. Full throttle. Well, as full of a throttle as it's going to get. If it shuts off. Oh, hell yeah. That put the brakes on hard. So the servos still hold it. And then there's the brake. So if I go full throttle, we lose power. Let's see if I can get a better view of this. Full throttle, rocking and rolling, we lose power. Bam. That thing's got the brakes almost applied. There we go. Just got to reverse it. That's all. Cool. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, gee, I'm happy you enjoyed it, man, because I'm enjoying it. Let's get, so where are we at now? Wiring is in. Servos are in. I think it's time to put the engine back in. Let's see, this glue stick yet? Glue is stuck. I'm going to leave this off for a little while longer. If you have glue that gets into the tube, and then you put it directly on, it'll stick right to the receiver. And, yeah, that sucks. Let's do a little cleanup real quick. Let's get the engine in. Got a still set servo. I need to get an air filter for this badly, so this will not get run outside. Let's take a look. I think I want to put one more zip tie on that one wire. It's a little close to the bell. It's not going to be in the way, but it's a little close. Okay, let's do that before we get anywhere else. Grab another zip tie. Let's do that. Clean that up. A lot going on in this little space. That could have been better designed. There we go. I hit 3 pine trees at the age of 12 with a Honda Odyssey. Dude, I had one of those. I started being a crash dummy early in life. I had a Honda Odyssey. I had one of those like right when they were basically outlawing those things, or saying, "Yo, you know, you guys can't have any more fun." And what did I break on that? I forget. Oh, I broke the hub. The rear hub broke, and I went to go get parts for it, and I seen how much that thing cost. Nearly shit. And then, what else? What did I do to it? Oh, I sold that. Yeah, Honda Odysseys were cool. Had the gas and the brake were all on the steering wheel. That was a cool car, man. That other buggy was cool. All right, what size are these? Not 2.5. Yeah, the Honda Odyssey, man. That thing is cool. I'm surprised you don't see those coming up anymore. Like, I don't know the last time I seen one of them for sale. Those were cool. All right, let's get this engine plate started. And we'll work on the mesh. There we go. There's one. Left shoulder, right side of face. That was a wild ride. I'm sure it was, brother. I wrecked mine just doing donuts. I didn't really do much damage to it, to be honest. But when that hub broke and I seen, man, why are the prices to fix this damn thing so much? I ended up selling it and I bought a quad. It's funny though, like people that don't know about those, like you tell them, yo man, when I was younger I had a Honda Odyssey, they think of those gay minivans. They're like, nah dude, it was a go-kart. It was freaking awesome. We grew up in a better generation. Today's generation sucks. My kid's up there playing on a VR, which is cool as shit. Like, we didn't have anything like that when we were kids. But, like, I don't know. It's just so different. It's not as fun. I mean, some of you are older than me, but I think, like, if you grew up in the 90s, man, in early 2000s, you had it made. It was cool as shit. Everything was just cooler. What, a 440 a snowmobile engine in that? Yeah. There's a lot easier ways to die. I mean, you don't have to try that hard. I like that. That sounds good right there. Let's check that mesh. A little more in. A little more. There it is. That's the ticket. Yep, there we go. Gear mesh is nice. Little gap, not much, just enough. Okay, that's got to go. To the top of the tank, goes to here. Pretty sure that's how this is ran. I might have to steal some of the lines off of this one. Yeah, this one has that different tank. How you were saying about the tank mod. Well, OG was saying about it. Yeah, this one goes to the top like that. That's nuts. Oh no, the tank goes to the carb. This goes to the carb. I'm doing it wrong. All right, we might have to steal some lines here. I don't want to do that. I got other line. I'm going to grab some other line. You can have that cold ass weather. No, man, you can have it. I don't want it either. That's one of my other complaints about Pennsylvania, too, is like, you will get a month where the weather is absolutely gorgeous, and then it goes to, holy shit, it's hot. And then it'll go back for a couple of weeks to, man, is it nice here again? But you still got to deal with the rest of the year to get to that. Okay, so... No, that's not how that goes. It goes like this. Because the pickup is there. So I need one more piece of line. I don't think I have a long enough one here. What's this one? Maybe? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, that's going to be long enough. Let's get some line on this thing. Jeez, it's almost perfect. Okay, cool. Let's clean this up fast. Rip the tire off the bead and rolled it. I was done after that. Yeah, like I would have kept that thing if I would have known how cool they were, you know? But I certainly wasn't going to pay the price that they wanted for that hub. All right, let's get some endpoints set on this thing, and I think we're almost ready. Get this thing fired up, and I can go for sushi. Let's go. Okay. I do have to set the fail-safe on this. I'll do that later. Like I said, this ain't going outside till I get an air filter anyway. Okay. All right, I don't think we got any brakes. Let's take a look at that. All right, so let's get the throws figured out. Let's go steering first. Get her straightened out. What kind of view we got going on here? Not much of one at all. Let's go back. There we go. All right, travel. $110. There we go. That's good. That'll work just fine. All right. Let's take a look at this throttle here. Okay, so what do we got? We got 100 there. why don't we have any brakes? Let's see here. Okay, we're going to have to move that up quite a bit. Let's get these brakes figured out real quick, and then that's it. Good Lord, what size is that? There we go. Move this linkage up. Oh, always some. Yeah, the Honda Odyssey is fun. We can put that down as a... We know that for sure. Okay, so we'll move this up. Close. A little more. Just a little bit more, and we got that. Okay, there we go. We got brakes. We got full throttle. Okay, what do you think? Try to fire it up. Let's see how we're doing today. Okay. All right, so what do you think? Fire this thing up or what? Do a little quick cleanup, and we'll throw a little fuel in it, see if it'll start. I think that's a good idea. There we go. That looks good. So what do you think? Off the guy, Brett, I hear it. I think we need to fire this thing up. Now, mind you, this thing has not ran in I don't know how long. It's finally together. Yeah, 2 hours ago, this thing was nothing but parts. Now we are good. Let's tighten up that pipe a little bit. Did I put that thing away already? What size is that? Oddball size, of course. I think we can tighten that up a little later. What size are you? It's just messed up. All right. Good live, good live. OG, I am happy that you said that. All right. So I guess we're going to fire this up. Let's fire this thing up. Double check. Throttle looks good. And that idle gap's a little high, but I think we'll work with it. Nothing better than the present time. Yeah, why not? I think that's a great way to end it. Let me just do a quick cleanup here. Put my tools away. Try and get some fuel in that thing, and let's do it. 1525. 20. All right, there's that. There's that. All right, let's see what we got. Looks like we got a 20%, 9% oil blend. We're going to run that, a little VP. I don't want to run it for long, so I'm not going to put a lot in it, but just enough to light her off. Let it run for a sec. Cool. All right. Try to leave it up on this so that way it better view and it's not going to take off. Look at that. It's already coming up. I'll put it down for a sec. All right, there's fuel there. Let's give it a shot. Actually, I'll put it down. It's going to be a real pain in the ass with that stand. Let's make sure we get a good shot of it. All right, first fire up in God knows how long. Smell some fuel. We got something going on. There it is. I'm just going to put a little in the carb. Give it a little prime. There we go. Oh, need a zip tie. Pipe fell off. That's great. Okay, let's get a zip tie. Doesn't like my pipe today. Let's get a zip tie on that. I don't know if I have any of the bigger ones. I want to check that plug. I don't think I ever checked that plug. Nah, that plug is good. She's a good one. All right, let's try this again. don't complain. Let's loosen that up a hair. Why won't you pull? It's right there. It's right there. Oh. Why are you so difficult? Yeah. Ugh. I don't think it's the plug. The plug is good. It's kind of cool out down here. I think a preheat would probably be a lot more helpful. Wow. It's like as soon as you get in it, it gets tight. I don't know if it's going to start today. I might have to heat this up and try it again later. That's why I like my bump box engines. So much easier. I don't think I have another plug for this engine. Let's see what it is. I don't think it's the plug. It's definitely not the plug. That plug is like brand new. Weird. Yeah, let me try one more time. Then I'll try to dig up a plug. I don't know if I have one laying around. They're all in something. Ooh, there it goes. Let's give her a little throttle. Yeah. Of course you would. Low batteries. Alright, we're just going to shut that off for now. I'm going to give it a little throttle. There it goes. All right, there it is. She runs. I think there was just a little too much fuel in there. I think I over-primed it. Yeah, that's it. That is the first time that this thing has ran since I've owned it. So there it is. Not bad. I'm happy with that. Hell yeah. What a great way to ruin a good live by not running. So thank you for starting, Mr. XXX. Cool. All right. So I don't know. I think this thing will be ready to rock and roll. I think I got to order me a body, get that thing done, and we got another runner. We brought back another nitro from the dead, another eBay score. So what do you think? I appreciate everybody for coming out today, and I'm pretty stoked about that. It's going to need tuned in for sure, but other than that, I think this thing is ready to go. The new servos look great. Everything looks good to me. What do you think? Great live. Appreciate that, off the guy. Appreciate you for coming out, brother. I can't believe it gave me that much trouble starting, but, you know, who knows how long it's been since this thing has actually ran. So, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, well, hey, OG, off the guy, Harold, everybody else that's been here, Jason, appreciate you coming out today. It's been a good Saturday. But as for this guy, it's lunchtime for me and my daughter. We're going to go get some sushi and enjoy our day off together. And I hope you all have a great day. So thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.